I got a call from the commandant this morning. He wanted to see me in his office. He had a mission for me. There was a mystery on campus, a mystery that only I could solve. A question, really. What are our goals? What are the expectations for the Air Force soccer team? We know it's to finish top half, but top half in what? The region? The conference? The non-conference? The nation? Who knows? The clues are there, but the question remains. What are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to accomplish this year? It's a mystery, something we'll have to research and discover for ourselves, because even the commandant doesn't know. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Air Force Academy, a football manager story with Zebu Nation. And as you saw in our intro there today, we're going to be trying to figure out our competitions, you know, the wacky and wild universe of NCAA soccer. And I think I figured it out. I think I've managed to put all the strings together and decide what it is we're actually trying to accomplish here. So let's go to our club vision and see if I can explain my theory, my conspiracy theory about what we're actually trying to do this season. So we have our list of what the board wants us to do. And some of them are pretty easy, pretty simple. Some of them maybe not so much. So we'll start with the easiest and simplest one, which is the spring season. We've already gone through the spring season. We've already been successful there, so no problem. We've experienced the spring season. We know what it's all about. We have passed our judgment, so that's fine. Next up is the Western Athletic Conference, also known as the WAC. I kind of missed that in my previous videos, that Air Force was actually in the WAC. So if you're not familiar with the Western Athletic Conference, it is a venerable old conference of sports in the wild, wild west of the United States. It's where schools like Brigham Young University used to play in it, Utah, you know, all the sort of big sky country kind of teams, colleges, universities used to play in the WAC. And it was one of those conferences that was labeled like a mid-major conference, but it was really, you know, a very prominent conference for sports in the western half of the United States. But due to some, you know, politics, especially around football, the WAC kind of broke up, and most of the real prominent teams from the WAC formed a new conference called the Mountain West Conference. So that's where Air Force and a lot of other teams went in football, but apparently in other sports they stayed in the WAC. So I'm actually kind of excited to be competing in the Western Athletic Conference. The teams, most of these teams I do not recognize as traditional WAC conference teams, but you know, Air Force is there holding it down for all the traditional powers. San Jose State's a team who's been in the WAC before. UNLV, University of Nevada, Las Vegas, if you don't know. But a lot of these other ones are smaller, looks like religious schools. Definitely Houston Baptist, Incarnate Word are religious schools. So, yeah, some interesting opponents we're going to have. But, hey, at least we're playing in the WAC. And at least this is reasonable. Like, we have a conference. We know who we got to play. We know who we got to beat. And simple, right? No problems. Finish mid-table. That should be no problem. So next we have some confusing things. We have NCAA top half required. So what I'm assuming is that this top half is not this. It's like all groups put together. It's all teams put together. I think that's what this is. It's just everybody. Now, the other question is, what about this top half and what about this non-conference business? So we have a couple of clues here. First of all, this non-conference says mid-table, whereas this NCAA Division I says top half. So if we go to our competitions here, we've been put into a region, West region, and it says here board expectations is top half. So that's why I'm assuming that top half is this top half right here. The reserving judgment, They don't know yet what we're doing here. So it's one of these two. It's either the satisfied or the top half. I'm going to assume, I guess I don't know which one it is, but it's one of those two. So one of them, I think, is the overall, and one of them is our particular region. So we've been put in the West region with a bunch of interesting teams. Some teams from our conference, some teams from other places, some teams even from east of the Mississippi. Some teams from Indiana are in there. Whatever. I guess that's West, depending on your point of view, right? Not particularly what I would call West, but hey, you got to find somewhere to put them. You can't put everybody in the Midwest and have some even regions. So this is kind of like our NCAA tournament region. These are probably the teams that we would play if we made the NCAA tournament. We play against these guys in our regional. So that's what I'm assuming that is. So we just need to finish top half of this region, which should be fine, except the problem is we don't actually play any of these teams until we get into our conference schedule. So I don't know if our conference schedule will count against this, but right now what we can see is that our preseason schedule has counted against this. So we do have 3 wins and a loss. If we come here and look at our schedule, so not our preseason, our non-conference. So that's an important note, is it says NCAA Division I non-conference. So if we go back to our club vision, they want us to finish non-conference, mid-table. So we're playing our non-conference teams, but those records are counting for our West region. You see the strings are lining up, right? So we don't play any of these teams in the West region, but we have to be better than them in the non-conference against other teams that are not in our West region, okay? It doesn't make a lot of sense, but that appears to be what it is. So let's take a look at some of our games here. We saw San Diego game, 2-1 victory, and then after that we suffered our first defeat of the year that wasn't friendly to Cal. We lost to Cal on golden goals. That's something we're going to have to get used to. I kind of forgot about that, is that college soccer, there's no draws in college soccer. Everything is decided by golden goals. So, yeah, we got to remember that. We got to get used to it. That's why we have 12 subs, because we could play forever. So here's their first on a set piece. A little bit of irony there that we go down on a set piece. And then, of course, here is our number one dude, Willis. He's going to get a pretty good goal here. Vines, great pass forward to Willis, in on goal. Easy for our top player to score that. And then Cal they locked down on us. They played tremendous defense, a very physical game. They get a ball forward. They catch us on the run. Myers with just an interesting shot there. I thought it was a stoppable shot, but he made some moves, and that was the golden goal. So Cal played great defense against us. We got one in, but they got the golden goal and put us out. So 1 loss, 3 wins so far. We're looking pretty good. I think the game with Ryder is the one I wanted to show you. Let's see. Who got the assist in this game? Let me take a look. There was a great assist. Yeah, I think this is the one. Album had a great assist that just shows you what this guy is all about and why he's such a great player for us. Obviously 2 assists in this game. He's got 10 on the season so far. He's just been playing outstanding. So 3-1 over Ryder. Ryder's more of a basketball school. So look at that header straight onto Willis. I mean, he beat 2 guys for that header, and then it was pinpoint accurate to give Willis just a great goal. And here he is again, another chip forward to Willis. These two have great chemistry. That's outstanding. And then Willis, you just can't stop him. Can only hope to contain him. 2 goals for Willis. Let's see, does Ryder get one back here? I think they do. There's sort of a lucky deflection there. Drop back to Navarro. Great pinpoint shot from Navarro for Ryder. And then we're going to get our third here, Holloway, down the right-hand side, getting some playing time. Bronico sends one forward. And then, our two backup strikers. We had Okoro and Gomez in the game. A couple of other freshmen getting in there, scoring some goals. So Okoro with the assist. He's an interesting guy. We didn't look at him in the roster, but he's another incredibly talented young striker. But he's another weird guy. He plays like a false nine is the position he likes to play. Incredibly athletic and quick. Good flair. He's a good passer and crosser, so he's probably a better winger than he is a striker. But right now we could use a reserve for Album, and he's got some interesting skills that we can use to. He doesn't do the same thing that Album does, but he fills a similar role as that sort of setup man as the second striker. So, he's getting some playing time. Had a great assist right there. And, we were able to pull that out versus Ryder. Looked pretty good. And then we had a 4-2 win versus USF. And today, we've got the University of Michigan Wolverines coming to town. Or are we going to their town? We're going to Ann Arbor, Michigan to play at their rinky-dink little stadium. I've seen their stadium. When I played at Michigan State... I didn't play there. I managed there in Football Manager. We did a little stadium tour, and they've got like a weird little stadium. It's like tucked away in the suburbs, and I made fun of it because that's what you do. But here we are, playing University of Michigan, one of the venerable universities in the whole of the nation, and they're not playing too well. 4 losses in their last 5 with 1 win, coming in poor form. Not so good. We are favorites on the road. We're pretty heavy favorites on the road. Evens. Let's take a look at the poll. Let's see where are we at in the overall poll. So this season preview is kind of acting as like a living poll. You can see we're up to 10th in the nation. So we lost 1, but with those 3 victories, we were able to gain from 14th in the country to now 10th in the country. Where is University of Michigan? I don't think they're going to be very high up on this list. Oh boy. Where's U of M? They're definitely not in the top 25. Let's see. Although that's Michigan State. Are they even lower than that? Is it possible? Wofford, Brown, Detroit Mercy, Purdue, Army, Wisconsin. There they are. 199th. Yikes. It says they're 27th. So they're 27th in their region, I would assume. But yeah. So they're probably like Midwest region, whatever. 199th in the country. I think we'll be okay. I think we should win this one, but you never know. You can never quite tell this early in the season. Let's see, anything else going on? So they've got 1,400 tickets sold out of 2,200, so that's pretty good. Breezy and 82 up there in Ann Arbor. Head coach Mark Rowe. Take a look. He's not great for this level, honestly. He's determined. Only 30 years old, so he's a very young coach. He's got a ways to go. All right, let's take a look at our team here. Let's make sure we submit the right team. I'm pretty sure we've got our starters in for this game. We're a little bit tired. We're a little bit worn out. Do we want to give Bronico a start? 22-year-old senior. Ooh, he's not great. We got Shepard in there right now. Do we have any other? I thought we had another right back who was pretty decent that we should probably be playing more of. Yeah, Rock. The freshman. He's pretty decent. He's playing well. Let's get him in there. Let's give him a start for Shepard. Actually, we'll do this. We'll put him up here for Bronico and then Shepard. I mean, Rock could probably be our starter, honestly. 3 stars. He's trained so well. Let's see. Anybody else we need to move up there? Kudimbana, he's going to replace Pelote, who's got fitness problems. All right. That's it. Everybody else is good enough to start and play. So let's submit that team. Let's get in there. We're lacking match sharpness. I think we're going to turn down the highlights for this one, just because our highlights have been taking way too long. So there we go. We've got Pinizzotto in goal today. 7 concessions, 6.83 rating. Kane on the left, no assists. Rock on the right. He's had 2 starts this year, so it's not like he hasn't played. Davis, 3 goals. Rietzema, 2 goals. Vines, 3 assists on the left-hand side. Garza, 1 assist. Hundley in the midfield, got 3 assists. Vargas, no assists. Willis, 11 goals. And, of course, Album, 7 goals, 10 assists. He's just crushing it. Let's see. Okay. Only the second start for their goalkeeper. He's got 1 concession in 1 game. Alan Greenspan, not playing so well on the left-hand side. Rodriguez, 1 assist. Hernandez, their team captains, played pretty well in central defense. Jones getting his first start of the season. Thornton played well, 11 appearances, 1 goal, 2 assists on the left. Scott on the right played well in his 1 substitute appearance. A lot of guys getting their first games today. Tufano, Velasquez has only had 1 start. McCarthy up top, 2 goals, getting his first start as well. Angelo, 2 goals. He's not their leading goal scorer, but he's their leading goal scorer currently on the team. So that's, they're playing a well-rotated side against us, it looks like. So hopefully we can win this one. Been on a good run lately. Go out there and impress me. Let's go. All right. Kickoff. Here we are. Ann Arbor Stadium. Pretty good-looking crowd. We'll take that for sure. Highlights. Let's drop down to key highlights. All right. We don't want this to take all day. We are in the blues. Michigan's in their home whites. Should be easy to tell the teams apart. I kind of like these Air Force away uniforms with the blue shirts with the black stripes and then the black shorts to go along with it. I think it's pretty snazzy. I don't see anybody with blue shoes on. That would be cool if we could have some like electric blue shoes. There's a good tackle from Vines, clearing the ball. Michigan, they can't outrace Willis. They just let Willis have the ball. That was some lazy defending right there. Willis in on goal. It takes 3 men to stop him. You can't sleep on the top goal scorer, that's for sure. Here we go. Garza taking the corner on the far side. Sending it in. Nope. Hundley's going to track it down. Hopefully we can restart this attack. Maybe get an early goal. That'd be nice. Nope. Not so good. They've dropped McCarthy back. Oh, the wind is blowing things around. Oh, here we go. Highlight. Free kick. Vines sending it in. Uh-oh, here comes Michigan on the counterattack. Jose Angelo. Big tackle. Kane. Good play. Big Daddy Kane getting in there. Sending it forward to Willis right by the defense. They can't handle him. Oof, good stop from the keeper. I thought that was going to trickle in. It was sort of messing with my depth perception there. But he did manage to knock it wide for a corner. Okay, Vines again taking the corners. So Album not necessarily needed to take the corners when Vines is in there. Album has much better free kick taking than corner taking, but he is still one of our better corner takers. Vines again sending it in, this time to Davis, and this time there's no question about it. Billy Sam Davis, the surface-to-air missile, scores again. It's going to be a theme this year, I hope. It's going to be a theme. Free kicks, corners. We got everything in place. We got guys who are good at delivering and guys who are good at finishing. It's a good combination. What can I say? Here we go. 24 minutes in. The Rock getting it in there. Sergeant Rock, perhaps, sending it in. Trying to get it into Album. Cannot. Michigan on the counterattack. Oh, missed header. Missed header on the back line. And that leaves Angelo to score his 3rd of the season. That is no good, my friend. That was Rietzema. Jumping and heading is not really his forte, and he just whiffs. He just whiffs. And then Angelo's got the acceleration, got the finishing, and Michigan ties it up at home. So, having a good cerebral defender back there is one thing, but having a great physical talent is another. Here we go, Michigan again. Pinizzotto has to step in and stop that one. 30 minutes. Can we start a quick kick counterattack? Willis again wide open. They are not covering. Okay, that was not a great attempt, but if we can keep sending the ball over their heads to Willis, I think they're going to have a long day. That's for sure. We need to likewise mark Jose Angelo because he's looking pretty dangerous as well. Cruz sends one forward. Willis recovers at midfield. Can he go 1-on-3? No, he's looking to make a pass. Drops it off to Kane. Kane to Vargas. Here we go. Willis. Okay. Missed tackle there. Vines looking. He's got 2 men on him. Sends it across. Garza's going to have to gather that one up and do something with it. He sends it right back. Willis can't win the header, but Album is there. Garza sends it in again to Vines. Vines with the header just off the post. Boy, we were playing ping pong with them for a minute there. Table tennis. Whatever you want to call it. We were just knocking it back and forth at will. Our strikers are knocking the ball down, but there was a big turnover to Angelo. Can we stop him? Michigan out wide to the near side. Come on, boys. There we go. Good clearance from Davis. But Michigan retains possession. I don't like this highlight as well. The clock is ticking. Big turnover from Garza. Garza gets it to Album. Album looking forward. Sends it to his main man, Willis. Willis catches it off the chest. Cruz with a big stop for Michigan. Our deep passing looks pretty dangerous right now. They're sort of catching Michigan off balance. Vine sends one in. Another one for Davis. Cruz knows where that ball is going. He's got to take in a beeline straight to Davis on those set pieces. Pretty dominant first half. 16 shots, 9 on target, 58% possession. But Michigan got that one counterattack, and that's all that matters. I'll take a drink at halftime. Rehydrate here. See what we can do. I mean, I don't know that we want to change too much. Our deep attack is working pretty well. Maybe we could do some closing down on the oppositions. Yeah, okay. Old Crazy Joe wants us to definitely cover everybody, so might as well go with the flow. Says Joe Ego, our assistant Coco Rodriguez. All right. We'll just do that. We'll keep all of our... I don't know if I've even looked at our tactic on screen. It's not tremendously interesting. It's just a positive possession style. We're working it out of the defense. We're passing shorter. We're playing for set pieces. Normal stuff. Nothing too exotic. Just going to let our boys do what they do. Let's see. How are we looking here? Davis playing well. Vines playing well. They hooked up on that goal. Oh, here we go. Michigan deep in Air Force territory with the throw-in. Vines with a big challenge. Wins it. Vargas gets the rebound looking. No, he's just moving. He's just going. There we go. He gets it forward to Willis. Willis just outpacing the defense. Willis. My buddy. My dude. My pal. That should have been a goal. Let's concentrate. Let's give them the old concentrate. They probably didn't like that. I can't see their body language, unfortunately, because of the skin. We'll work on it. Uh-oh, Angelo's picked up a slight injury. So they're probably going to take him out. Oh, they've taken out a lot of guys. Michigan has done a ton of substitutions. Opposition? Yeah. They've looked at all those guys they've subbed out. Okay. All right. We'll go back to pressing the guys who are in the game as opposed to pressing the guys who are out of the game. I'm glad that's not a bug. Like, could you imagine if that was a bug in the game where you would, like, tightly mark a guy who's been sent to the bench and your guy would just sit there on the sideline, like, trying to get to him? I wonder if that ever happened in, like, pre-development or anything like that, bug testing. All right, do we have anybody we want to get out of there? Album? Oh, boy, Willis. Having a bad game. 77 minutes. All right, here we go. We'll give him one more shot. Pinizotto to Davis. I don't think I would appreciate a draw here. I think we've been the much better team. We should definitely be up in this game. Davis, it looks like Michigan is pressuring us right now. Headed on to Willis. Willis around the defense. Can he finally get one in the open field? No, he cannot. Cruz with another great stop. Cruz must have some tremendous one-on-ones. All right, so we're going to make, Willis, we're going to get you out of there. We're going to bring in Gomez. I mean, is Gomez a step down? No, not at all. I mean, he's a little less pacey, but other than that, he's a tremendous goal scorer, So we're going to put him in there. It's just he has the unfortunate fate of playing behind Willis. We're also going to take out Ebom. We're going to bring in... No, not Ponce. What are you doing? Ponce de Leon. Get out of there. Oops. All right, we're going crazy. All right, Gomez in. And then Okoro in for Elbum, and we're going to change him to false 9, which he likes to play. We saw them in the highlights earlier. They teamed up for a goal. Is there anybody else? Big Daddy Kane's not playing particularly well. We can bring in... we can bring in Milanakis. There's no skin off my teeth. All right, let's go. 83 minutes. Here we go. Throw in. Air Force. Milanakis with the deep throw in to Hunley. Gets it forward. Gets it to Gomez. He gathers that in. Big foul from Gomez. That could be his second yellow. Hernandez getting a talking to. Let's see it. There it is. Second yellow. And he's off. Okay, let's go attacking. Let's get that second goal. Come on. 5 minutes of stoppage time, boys. 5 minutes of stoppage time. Nope, we're going to extra time. All right, tactics. We're going to stop, I think. We're going to stop playing for set pieces. We're going to try working the ball into the net. Because these guys aren't as explosive as our two seniors, or our two best strikers. Like, Gomez is a great goal scorer, but he doesn't have explosive speed or strength or anything like that. He's a real sort of technical guy. You got to get him the ball in front of net. So maybe if we can work it up there, we start extra time. Boy, if we lose on a golden goal, not going to be happy. Team instructions. Do we want to try to focus down the wings? I mean, we're strongest up the middle, but we'll try anything at this point. Focus down the wings. Here we go. Hunley. Davis to Rock. All right, so here we are working down the wings. Garza with a big header. See if we can do something about this. Come on, boys. Let's generate something. Hunley is going to spin like a turret and just send it downfield. Is that guy's name Overdrive? What the heck? Oxendine. Okay, I was like, maximum overdrive. Here we go. Vargas with a great challenge. He wins it. He's on the attack. He's got the defense on his back. Gomez with a shot, and he scores. There we go. We got so much firepower. Was he onside? Was that a golden goal? Let's check it out. Vargas. Ooh, boy, it's super close. And then bang, just off the crossbar, and it doesn't count. Called back. Terrible. All right, here we go. Here's another attempt. Vargas again gets it stolen. Milanakis sends it in. There we go. No questions there. Okoro, our other striker, gets his first goal of the season. There's the Cadets coming over to mob him. We got a decent crowd there. All right. That was a little more tense than it should have been. Great golden goal victory. But we should have beat them handily. Here we go. Let's check the offsides again. We can't get this one called back. Oh, yeah, he was way onside. Okoro, the redshirt freshman, getting his chance to play. Look at that. Staying well onside. False 9 and everything. So, we got, like I said, we got a lot of firepower. We are Air Force after all. But yeah. All right. I don't know. Don't let yourself get complacent for the next match, all right? They didn't care about that. We should have beat Michigan better than that. They're not playing well right now. I mean, I guess they were at home, their backs against the wall, but still. I'm glad we pulled out the victory, but I'm still not super happy with that game. All right, we're going to end it there. We've got, we moved up to second place in the West region, so that's good. Schedule, we've got 2 more games left. We've got West Virginia and UConn. Maybe we'll come back for a doubleheader to finish out the non-conference, and then we can see what we can see if the board is happy with it. So, till then, until next time.